Hi, this is Michael Spokane, the leader and the founder of the Young Men Empowerment Forum. We are dealing with things that you need to remember in order to be successful in your life as a young man. We are dealing with part 3 today, and please join us and sit back and relax. And as we deal with part 3, we hope this will help you as well. Now, there are things that you need to remember in life in order to see your life successful as a young man. The first thing that I want to deal with today is overthinking will lead to sadness. When you overthink things, you are going to be sad as a result. And I want you to remember that because this is very, very important. There are things that we overthink to an extent that they depress us. We overthink them until we see a big giant out of them. There are things that are really very small. They will sort out now very soon. They will go very quick. But because we overthink them, then the overthinking magnifies those things in your life that you see no way out. I want to give you an example. If you are having flu in the season of coronavirus, and you overthink about the flu, you're more ultimately going to think that you are having coronavirus. And some of the people get to an extent that because you've overthink the issue of the flu and think that it's a coronavirus, you actually shrink in it. And sometimes you get even so sick that you can even die because you have actually magnified that which you see before you. This we have seen happening in many people's lives. Because when you overthink about something, you actually diminish your power. It actually disempower you. And we've seen people that have actually overthink the issue of not having money. Now, if you look at it in real life, as much as we need money in our lives, but there are situations that can do without money. And there are times when you are sitting and you don't have money, and you're sitting at home and you don't need it for anything, but because you're overthinking it, it destroys your mind and you become vulnerable to even things that are actually tempting in your life. You may even be tempted to steal. You may be tempted to rob people because you're overthinking the issue of not having money. Now, everything that you overthink will cause depression to you. Everything that you overthink will cause a pain of depression in you. And you become sad each time you overthink about something. Now, I don't know if you've realized that if you have lost something in life, for an example, say you've lost your cell phone as an example. If you overthink about it, you're going to get depressed. You're going to be sad about it. But if you don't overthink, you even overcome, because sometimes you even realize that I can do without this cell phone for a while I'm still accumulating money to buy another one. But when you overthink about it, you start becoming sad, and that depresses you in your life, and it disturbs you from thinking progressively as a young man in your life. And please, take note of this. Don't overthink anything in your life. Secondly, everyone's journey is different. Now, this is a very important concept that you as a young man should remember at every given time. That we are not the same. We are not people of the same make. Even though we may be the children of the same mother, children of the same father, but we are not the same. And our journeys in life can never be the same. Remember that our journeys in life are actually determined by the assignment of God in our life, what we call purpose. Now, if purpose of your life is being actually to do something in life, it will not be the same like my purpose. And that is why, even though you may be born as twins from the same mother, even though you may be born from the same mother, from the same father, but you are not the same. And your journey can never be the same because every one of us have been born for a purpose. And because of that, we cannot be the same, therefore. Therefore, never actually pursue for uniformity in life as a young man, because the moment you pursue uniformity in life, you're actually destroying your own potential of becoming a better person. You are actually a great person according to God as you are. different from me, different from the person next to you, different from your own brother. Because God has actually crafted you in a way that should look different from other people. Now, our journeys are not the same. So therefore, we cannot actually meet the same people along the way. So you are meeting different people in life is purely because your journeys are not the same. You cannot meet same type of problems and challenges. And some of you go through intense problems. Some of you go through a very depressing situation. Some of you go through difficult, tough times in your life. Circumstances that are unbearable to others. And I'm sure you've seen that as a young man, that there are other people that are going through situations that you think, wow, if it is me, I cannot stand that. I cannot survive in such a situation. For an example, if you think of it, of someone who has actually have the whole family wiped out by a car accident, for instance, mother gone, father gone, brothers or all the siblings gone at one go in a car accident. Now you are all of a sudden left alone. That is a very devastating situation. But do you know that there are people in life that can go through that seamlessly and be able to survive through that difficulty, but while some of us may not be able to survive? And the reason is because we are crafted differently, because our journeys are not the same. Now, I want you, therefore, not to live a life of replication. Therefore, I want to discourage you from imitation in your life. Never imitate anybody, because you are a person of your own. You are an individual that God has crafted in a different way, and it is only you who is you. It is only you who can do other things in that manner that you're doing. It's only you who can behave the way you behave. So therefore, remember that you cannot imitate somebody, because otherwise you are denying the world of you. You're denying us of the real you. You're denying us of the potential that you have. Because remember, when God has called you for a purpose on earth, is that purpose should benefit us and many other people in this world. Now, therefore, when you are imitating others, you are basically denying us of the real potential of you, that is that which you have to deliver for us in this life. And this is very important. Remember that our purposes are not meant for us. They are actually crafted by God, but meant for other people. So in other words, people should gain out of our purposes. We must be a solution to people's problems. We must be an answer to people's prayers in life. And that's what we call a purpose. Now, the moment you imitate somebody, that is the time that you're denying the world of the real you and the real purpose that you came to deliver on earth. So therefore, don't imitate anybody in life. The other spirit that I want you to avoid, in order for you to be sustainable and to impact other people's life, when you know that our journeys are not the same, is that never compete with others. You cannot live a life of competition with other people, because our journeys are not the same. And we are not actually crafted to walk the same path. We are not crafted to do the same things. We are not crafted to be skilled the same way. And that is why we are not looking the same. That is why our fingerprints are different. Even though we may be twins from the same mother, our journeys will never be the same. Now, when you have that in mind, it is going to help you survive in life as an individual. You're going to understand that the situation that you meet is not a uniform situation that everybody should meet. You would understand that when people have things or succeed in having things or being blessed with other things, it doesn't necessarily mean that you should compete for that space, because you are you, they are them, so therefore you cannot be the same. The spirit of competition has killed many people. And as a young man, I want you to remove yourself from this type of a spirit, because there's a spirit that will destroy the direction that you take. And this is the spirit that has destroyed many a young man around them, whereby most have actually competed with others and they failed. And your competition and competing with somebody in their own domain, you cannot survive. You're going to stress yourself, because when people compete with you in your own place, you cannot survive. For an example, If you were to compete with a fish about swimming, you'll be beaten hands down because that's not your craft. But the fish is born for the purpose of swimming. So therefore, you cannot compete with it in its own domain. There are people that are given a certain craft, given a certain purpose, certain skills to do things. And if you compete, you're actually leading yourself into depression because it is just not you. So please avoid a competition in life and just know that everyone's journey is different and we can never be the same in our journeys. So therefore, we cannot meet the same things in life. We cannot achieve same things in life because our journeys are not the same and our journeys are different at all times. Remember that. I want to end up here today. Your host, Maikona Spokane. Thank you very much for listening to us and being part of this great topic. And I want to urge you as a young man, please join us tomorrow once more as we deal with part 4 of this great topic. And also, I want you to really subscribe to our YouTube channel. Make sure also that you click to that notification button on this platform to be part of the topics that we're dealing with on this as a young man, as you learn, as you are taught. So please, we believe strongly that that will change your life and it shall never be the same again. Allow me right now to sign out and say cheers for now.